back to the channel, everybody. If you're new, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be coming out with new content every week. In this video, I am joined by four-star tight end Terrance Ferguson from Heritage High School in Littleton, Colorado. Today, Friday, May 22nd, Ferguson dropped his top 5 schools, including Oregon, Auburn, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and USC. I'm about to sit down with him and get the lowdown on those top schools and everything else in his recruitment. So let's hop into it. Terrance, man, thanks for joining us. How's it going on this Friday?
It's beautiful out here, so we're doing good. How are you?
I'm great, man. Great. Just getting a little scoop duck work in before work, so it's a good day. What have you been up to these days with everything that's kind of going on in the world?
I've been working out quite a bit and working as well. So I work with my cousin doing HVAC, and then I've been working out at the school, running routes, and I have a little basement gym that I've been lifting in every day. So staying busy.
Awesome. That's what we all got to do these days, and it's good that you have a little home gym. That's clutch. What's your current height and weight right now?
I'm 6'5" and 230 now.
Okay, right on. Have you put on any weight or lost any weight since all this kind of stuff happened?
I've put on a little bit of weight, but it's been more muscle weight. I've been working out a lot more with all the free time, so
definitely. That's what's up. The big question here, today's a big day for you, dropping those top 5 schools. We saw Auburn, USC, Wisconsin, Tennessee, and Oregon. If you could maybe just talk a little bit about those schools and kind of what's sticking out about them for you, that'd be big.
I think a big thing with all those schools, I built really good relationships with not only like my position coach at the tight end position, but also the head coach, where we talk on a good basis, and it's very, very good relationship, I'd say. And then another thing that sticks out is the way they use the tight ends and the way they've showed me that they plan on using me. And I said that's pretty much the biggest things with those schools.
Okay. Is there anything in particular, like a thing or two about each school that you can maybe talk about?
Yeah. With Oregon, I'd say Coach Cristobal's awesome. I love him. We've had a great relationship. He's pretty much family with my family now. Texts every day, get on a call quite often. So, that whole staff, I'd honestly say I've built probably the best relationship with, and the way they'd like to use the tight end is pretty good. So, Tennessee with Coach Niedenheimer, I can't, and Coach and Coach Oz. I built good relationships with them, and honestly, they're good guys and funny. And I'd say the way they're more of a pro-style offense and being in the SEC, I feel like that attracts me, competing against the best. With Auburn, Coach Morris was the first coach to actually offer me when he was at Arkansas. So me and him have had a good relationship since then. And then he moved over to Auburn. I've built an even better relationship with him. And so he's kind of near and dear to my heart, being the first man to offer me. So, and then USC, I've built a pretty good relationship with their whole coaching staff. A big thing with USC is I kind of like the networking that you can have in LA, in the big city. That kind of attracts me there. Mm-hmm. And then Wisconsin, they're a little old school, but just the way their coaches have handled everything, kind of not being as pushy and kind of laying back and calling once in a while and having great conversations when it comes up, I feel like. And the way they put out tight ends nonstop. So
for sure. Well, awesome. It sounds like you have a lot of great choices, and big move for you. Now kind of what I want to do is focus on Oregon specifically for a bit, and then we'll kind of take a big picture. So with the Ducks, how often would you say you're hearing from Oregon?
Every day from multiple coaches.
Okay, every day. That's awesome. And what's that kind of like? Are you guys texting, FaceTime? Like, what's it like having, all those coaches, hitting you up?
So most of the time it's text, and it's text from a couple different coaches. Coach Cristobal texts me every day, and then just a lot of the other coaches text me here and there almost every day. And then I hop on a call with Coach Williams, the Titans coach, probably twice to three times a week. And then we've done probably 4 or 5 Zoom meetings as well, kind of doing virtual tours and just talking about how they want to use me and stuff like that. So.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that actually kind of transitions into one of my next questions. As I'm sure you're aware, they brought in Joe Moorhead to fill the OC role.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about how they were talking about how you fit in the offense. Could you kind of talk about a little bit how the Ducks want to use you if you do end up going there?
Yeah. So a big thing with them, they want to kind of make a complete tight end. So when Coach Moorhead was at Penn State, he had Gesicki, and he put up big numbers in this possession. And so that's kind of a big thing. I'd say they want to make a full tight end where they move you all around, split out wide, attached in the slot, everywhere, motioning around. And I feel like that's a big thing that I kind of am looking for because I feel like I'm very versatile, and I feel like that's a big part of my game is moving around and being everywhere.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like they'll kind of have you doing a little bit of everything, which sounds like is appealing to you. So that's awesome. You mentioned how you talk to just about everybody on the staff, it seems like. But who would you say you're closest with on the staff, and what stands out about him to you?
I'd probably say Coach Williams or Coach Cristobal, honestly. And I think a big part is something that stands out. They're reaching out every day, and it's not just about football. He talks to us about his family, his kids, and what's going on in his life. And it's not just, oh, come to Oregon and all about football. It's kind of a family thing, and he's built more than a football relationship, I'd say. And then when he came out to the school, actually, in the winter, my dad sat down with him because my dad's a coach, and talked to him, and all the coaches talked to him for a long time. So.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it seems like he's really developing a strong relationship with you. That's kind of been a trend we've seen with Oregon. People talk about how genuine the staff is and the family atmosphere, among other things. But for you, what would you say stands out the most about Oregon?
Growing up, it was my dream school, so I've always kind of been attracted to it. And but I'd say a big thing that stands out is really the family atmosphere and the coaches. I feel like they really do show like a true side. It's not just a sales pitch, and they like truly care about the players. So I'd say it's big family over there.
Okay, definitely. Just one more on the Ducks specifically. Have you been able to take a trip to Eugene at all?
I have not. I haven't been able to go out there yet.
Okay, gotcha. And then taking it kind of big picture now, what schools would you say you're hearing from the most these days?
I'd say Oregon, USC, and I'd probably say Auburn. I talked to those coaches probably the most.
Okay. So it seems like those three are really on you lately. And then on the topic of visits, what visits are you hoping to take once it's clear? Do you plan on using all 5 of those officials?
Yeah, I'd plan on using all 5. I'm hoping to make all the trips for my top 5, really, and just depends when it opens up, honestly.
Yeah, it seems like things are really up in the air, especially with taking visits in particular. Do you think that'll maybe have any kind of effect on your commitment timeline? Do you have kind of a date in mind that sounds good?
Yeah, so I've originally, when it started, I wanted to be committed before the season, and I don't know if that might not happen because of the visits. I'd like to get out to the places, but it depends on how far they get pushed back. If they keep getting pushed back farther and farther, I'll probably have to commit before that. So.
Okay, and then do you feel like you said you'd probably have to commit before potentially taking a visit, it sounded like. Why do you think that would be the case? Is it like you just kind of don't want to lose your spot, or is there anything else that goes into that for you?
I'd say that's part of it because most people take 2 tight ends in a class, so waiting too long, my opinion, isn't the best. And then also a thing with I'd like to know where I'm going and kind of have a heads up before I start going there, and then so I think getting to know where I'm going, what I should be preparing, and that is a big part of it too. So.
Okay. Yeah, I totally understand that. You definitely want to be able to prepare, see what your next move is. With that being the case for you, do you think you could see yourself graduating or enrolling early potentially? Is that on the table?
Yeah, so I have talked to my counselors about that, and I'm not sure how that's going to shake up with the pandemic and everything online and how all that happened, but I'm still looking into that.
Okay. Right on, right on. A couple more for you here. Don't want to take too much of your time, man. Let's see. What kind of a coach would you say you're looking for at the next level?
I'm looking for a coach who's going to push me to make me the best player I can be. And then also I think a big part of it is family and treating me like family because I'm going to be away from home and it's going to be pretty much like a father figure. So I'd say a big family and someone who's going to push me.
Awesome. Well, you got a bunch of great choices, so I'm sure you'll find someone that fills that for you. Now that you have your top 5, that is a pretty big step in the recruiting process. Kind of just take us through what's the process been like for you. Some recruits love the attention, some aren't so much for it and they kind of downplay it. Where do you stand?
I'd say I'm kind of in the middle. I do like the attention; it's cool and getting all the graphics and talking to all the coaches. But I'd say I'm kind of in the middle. It's a good problem to have, but sometimes it is a lot. But it's been good. We're just trying to enjoy it, get the most knowledge out of each coach we can, and pick their brains because never really had anybody around my house or around where I live that's really gone through this. So just trying to really take it slow and I'd say pick everybody's brains and get as much information as I can out of them.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it seems like you definitely have your head on straight and you're trying to make a calculated move. Last one for you here. What is you talked about, being versatile, that's like a big part of your game. What do you think is your favorite thing about playing the position of tight end?
I think it's being able to do 2 things, being able to run down the field, catch a ball, and score a touchdown, and then also being able to put your hand in the dirt and put someone in the ground. I think it's one of the positions that you have to be pretty athletic and pretty smart to be because you have to know the O-line schemes, the routes. I feel like you have to know pretty much everything. And so I like that part of being able to be in the trenches but also run out and catch a touchdown. So
Awesome. Yeah, I just graduated college, but when I was playing high school ball, I played some tight end. It's definitely a cool spot. Well, now that the interview's in the book, what's the rest of the day looking like for you? What you got planned?
I'm actually at the school right now. I'm about to get a workout in, so
okay.
We'll do that, and then I'll work out at night lifting, and then I think that's about it.
Right on. Okay, cool. Sounds like an awesome day. Well, can't thank you enough, man, for taking the time to talk to me. Really appreciate it. Best of luck with the top 5, and let's hopefully stay in touch.
All right, thank you. See you.
All right, see you, Terrance.